Hi everyone, it's Kim, and I am back in the woods. My favorite places to be. I have a really great setup here now. I have this like rock here, and this time I brought a chair so I can sit, so I'm much more comfortable. We have the lovely view of the water behind me. It's a really, really nice day. Perfect day to come on out here and do a series. Yes, I have a series. It's not a big series, don't get all excited, but I wanted to do something on letting go and releasing. This is a huge theme this year. 2014 seems to be the year of letting it go. A lot of relationships are ending or having difficulties, friendships, love relationships. A lot of issues from the past coming back and really, really biting us in the butt. Really forcing us to take a look at some things and really resolve those issues. And so I wanted to do this series. I think it'll be about 4 videos, and hopefully give you some tips and ideas on how you can release and let go. So first I want to talk about, if you want to have something new come into your life, let's say for example, let's use this as an example, you want new clothes. A lot of us can relate to that. You want new clothes, but your closet is full, or your drawers are full. Well, if you want new clothes and you want to fill up your drawers with new clothes, you have to get rid of the old ones that no longer fit you or look good on you. You know, ones that aren't as flattering. They don't make you feel good about yourself. You have to get rid of those old clothes. Once you get rid of those old clothes, you make space for the new clothes and the new shoes, because nature abhors a vacuum. And what that means is there's no empty space. So once you get rid of the old clothes, the old shoes, things that no longer suit you or look good on you or make you feel good, once you get rid of those, you have empty space to now fill it up with new clothes and new shoes and things that make you more vibrant. And that's just an analogy. I'm not materialistic. I don't even have a lot of clothes. It's just an analogy to help you understand that once you get rid of the old icky stuff that you don't want anymore in your life, you make room for new things, new people, new experiences, new opportunities. It's just a universal law. So when do we release? How do you know when it's time to let go of what no longer suits you? I'm just going to give you some examples. Of course, this is a very, very personal decision, a very personal thing, nothing to be taken lightly ever, something that you really need to work on and consider and look at all different perspectives before you go ahead and release and cut cords and let go. You want to know what you're getting into here. But just some tips on some red flags, really, to let you know that maybe this is something you need to let go of and move on from. Are you living in the past? Are you really holding on to a relationship or an experience or a time that was could be very hurtful? Are you remembering all that hurtful, terrible times? But it also can be, are you holding on to a time that you love? A relationship you no longer have, or an experience that you were in, a group of friends that you used to have, and you used to have the best time ever, and I want that back, I miss that. If you're living in the past, that's a definite red flag. It's time to move on, all right? Because there are new experiences ahead, new relationships to be had, to be made, new opportunities arise, a new job, new home, new career, new friends. Right, so living in the past is definitely one of those signs that it's time to let go, do some walking. Another sign is the negativity of others affecting you. So if you're in a relationship where you're striving to be more positive, have a different outlook on life, and try to keep your vibrations high, and if you're in this part in your life when this is what you're really striving toward, and you have people in your life that are constantly bringing you down, whether they're doing it on purpose or not, it's not the point, but if they're constantly bringing you down with their negative thoughts, or their negative comments or negative actions to you. Again, I'm not saying it's done on purpose. It could be something that they're just not consciously aware of. But if this is happening and you can't resolve it, and you try to bring it to the surface and you try to talk about it, try to work it out, and it's just not happening, and that continues on. If the negativity of others is really, really getting you down, it's time to look at that. And I'm not saying it's necessarily time to let those people go out of your life, but there's things that you can do to help with that, through cleansing yourself, through cutting cords, and I'm going to talk about cutting cords. So it is something to think about. You know, if this is constantly bringing you down and there's a lot of negativity, then you either have to have some serious protection and shielding, or it's time to let go. Another red flag, should I let this go or not, is, oh, there's so many bugs around here. Hello, buggy. Sorry. Now there's an airplane ahead. Do you have a grudge? If you feel that you're holding on to a grudge or an experience, just really eating at you. Remember that time when so-and-so said? Do you remember that time when he said or did? You know, and you can't let go of that. It's bugging you. It's eating you up. That is a sign. That's a very clear sign that we need to work on that. We need to let that go, because that's done. We all say things. We all do things that we don't mean, that we regret. Maybe at the time we did mean it, but then later we realized, oh God, what was I thinking? All right, so that's another sign to let things go. How about your dreams or visions you might have? You know, really pay attention to your dreams, because that's a lot of it is our subconscious mind really telling us, hello, you know, knocking on the door saying, you're really missing out something here. You're really missing the point here. Your dreams can tell you, and oftentimes it's very, very symbolic. So only you can really determine what your dreams mean, but I found a lot through my dreams. Really? I didn't know I still had that fear. You know? A fear, I am always having dreams of being lost or late. I'm always late for class. I'm always late for a show that I'm going to be in. I never have my books ready. I don't know what room my class is in. I'm always late. I just have this constant, I think it's because I'm just so stressed all the time that I never feel focused, you know. So pay attention to your dreams, because they can help you determine whether you're having some underlying things that you need to let go of as well, whether it's a childhood experience or some kind of trauma. All right, so definitely look at that. Also, the synchronicities in your life. Do you have a certain number that you see a lot, or do you have a certain a symbol or a sign or something? Like, I know when I see a butterfly or an owl, or for me the number is 36, I know that it's something that I need to pay attention to. And I don't always know whether it's something that's good for me or bad for me, but I know it's something that I need to stop and listen to and pay attention to. So take a look at those. Those signs and symbols and dreams and messages and visions will really help you as well. And a good thing to do is something that Vivian and I are doing. We're going to start a synchronicity diary to log anytime we have the synchronicity thing happen, to see, you know, where the connections are, and to help really on your path, on your journey here. So, you know, maybe give that a try. Growing apart. Are you just growing apart with somebody? You know, you have some people in your life that you're constantly trying to reconnect with, and it's just not happening. No matter how hard you try, it's just not happening. And there are some people in your life that you can, you know, talk with 20 years later, and it's like you never, you know, were ever disconnected. like you've been together all this time. And there's other people where even after just a few months or a few weeks, you think, wow, this is really weird. I feel like I'm so far distanced from that person. So when you're growing apart and you feel like it's just not happening, maybe that's a time to let go. And letting go is not always saying, I don't want you in my life. Letting go is often just a symbolic gesture of letting go of feelings that were connected, or cords that are connecting you, that are draining you energetically. We're going to talk about the cord cutting. Another sign is when you're just feeling out of alignment. And it's not always about people. It's about experiences too. It could be a job that you're in or something like that. But if you really feel out of alignment with your life, this is just not right. Like, this just doesn't feel right to me. The situation, my surroundings, where I live. I'm not saying me personally, but if you're just not happy generally, and you have no reason except it just doesn't feel right. I could tell you, I really do want to live like more in the country. I feel like there's just too many people, and I feel that emotion, and I feel that stress and anxiety, and I think I'm much more of a country girl that was kind of thrown into the suburbs for some reason. So yeah, I definitely feel out of alignment, but right now that's just where I gotta be, and I gotta deal with that. But these are things to think about, and these are all different signs. Should I let go? Is it time to let go? So living in the past, negativity, where you're feeling this negativity off of others and they're draining you. Those energy vampires, and they're not always meaning to do so. Most of it's unintentional, actually. We probably do it to others all the time, and we don't realize it. So living in the past, negativity of others. Are you holding on to some grudges or past experience? You have dreams or visions or synchronicities that are telling you, let go. Growing apart, feeling disconnected, or feeling out of alignment. So these are just some things to consider if you should let go or not. And in the next part, we'll talk about how we do that. So I will see you in part 2.